how this like chat style and more kind of conversational search experience, like how it'll kind of not only impact like what the marketplace kind of experience looks like for users, but also to kind of the positioning. So how do you think this will start to kind of play out?
I think the like extreme question is, do marketplaces need a consumer front end anymore? So if you kind of think about how this could play out, and I'm not scared by this anymore. I actually think there's an enormous advantage, but I have a contrarian view that I don't think many people share with me, that in 5 years, I don't think it's gonna be 1 year, but in 5 years, if personal agents really take off, ChatGPT or Claude could just be your one and done, one page you open every day. That's all you deal with. If so, Zumper's front ends, Thumbtack's front ends, Airbnb's front ends become pretty irrelevant, because the agent doesn't really need to learn how to use a website like a human, which it does today. If you use ChatGPT's Atlas browser, you can literally see it pretend to be a human. But what is Atlas browsing our pages as an AI today, in 3 to 5 years just becomes like an API interaction, where then the core service Zumper offers is not a beautiful UI or UX, but actually it's a really responsive API to engage with agents, feed them information back. The agent goes back to the renter and delivers them the 3 listings near a Whole Foods in the Loop, Chicago, that they can tour this weekend. It's terrifying as someone who runs a consumer brand that has tens of millions of users every year who come to Zumper, whether directly or through SEO or AEO. That's terrifying. But the flip side is you kind of focus on what value do we bring, and then you just reframe what you are, which is Zumper's true value has always been a listings aggregator. 1 million listings every month, updated in real time to the unit level availability. That's relevant whether a consumer browses us or whether an agent uses us. And I don't think that world is as scary as I used to. And actually, I think there's a world in which if you bet on that early and we have 2 big public competitors, if they do not, there isn't a world where you're immediately at parity with them if that world comes in. So I think it's a pretty contrarian view. I do not think it's going to happen in 2026. I don't think agents are there yet. We all wish they were, selfishly. But I do think there is an above 50% probability they'll be there in 3 to 5 years. And then marketplaces matter so much less in terms of their consumer brand and interface, and so much more in terms of the middle layer of providing an API access to an agent. That's the future, if you had to ask me.